Thank you, Pekka, and good morning, everybody. Let me first, also on behalf of the European Commission, welcome you all to this live climate workshop and seminar. This is a type of a seminar that you will be hearing more in the future. We want to see how live program can and should also be linked even better to the policies of the European Union. Let me also thank the Ministry of Environment of hosting this event and organizing it together with the European Commission. Of course, for me personally, this is a bit of a homecoming because at some stage in my career, I've been working for the Ministry of Environment of Finland. Just to introduce myself, I have taken over the responsibility of European Commission Environmental Department, DG, Directorate General, as we call them, of international affairs and life program. And also we have brought together all the funding instruments, practically all the funding instruments under my directorate, meaning also CIP program, Competitiveness and Innovation program, some of the other parts of the LIFE NGO funding and so forth. So I'm also particularly pleased to be here with you to start my work also on issues related to LIFE. Of course, the European Union is in the middle of changes at the moment. So we do have a new treaty in place, new constitutional setting for the European Union. For instance, if I remember right, we will not talk in the future anymore about the directives. They're going to be framework laws. We are also in the middle of changes in the Commission. The new Commission is going to take over, Barroso II Commission. There's going to be a separate commission for climate action. You probably know that already. A candidate for that post is Connie Hedegaard, a Danish former TV journalist and played central role in Copenhagen Climate Summit, Energy and Environmental Minister of Denmark, just a few months back. This certainly will lead into some changes in our organization as well. Climate issues will be cut off from the DG Environment. To what extent? So those are being now finalized. But as far as life is concerned, there's very likely to be there will be no real changes. The management of the life will continue. So the next calls for life are going to continue. Just a few words about the Copenhagen Summit, Climate Summit, and Martin, my colleague, will tell you more about that a bit later. But it's no secret that Copenhagen Climate Summit was a disappointment for the European Union, and maybe there was something there in terms of tactics that one could have done differently. But here we are. I mean, the countries, other regions of the globe were not ready to move as fast with the policies as did the European Union, and this is the reality. Some important results, though, came from Copenhagen. First of all, of course, the leaders that were there are certainly now sensitized to the issue. No doubt about that. There's no discussion about the climate change as such. There's an agreement and endorsement that we need to limit the global temperature rise to 2 degrees. That was endorsed in Copenhagen. And also first steps on the funding, fast-track funding as it is called, to developing world was decided. And in the European Union, we already have decided to move on climate change. 20-20-20 by 2020. So those figures still are valid. 20% reduction, 20% renewables, and energy efficiency, 20% improvement by 2020. That package is is being worked out, but of course they as such don't really solve anything. Because of course what really matters is concrete actions that are being done on ground. How these commitments can be turned into concrete actions and how the old proven technologies, solutions can be scaled up as quickly as needed, how we develop new solutions, innovations to address the challenges, and how we can use a wide spectrum of policy and other instruments to achieve our ambitious climate targets. We all know that this is not going to be easy. But what really counts is what is happening on ground. And here, certainly, LIFE program can help. And this is what it is really meant to do. With a money during the 7 years of a bit more than €2 billion, out of which 80% almost is going to go nature, and then environmental policy and governance, I would call innovation, new solutions. With that together, this program has the only European Union environmental policy supporting programs. If wisely used, mobilize action, demonstrate solutions, and show the way forward. And this is what this conference and your programs are all about. Of course, it is rather pleasing to see that there has been a growing number of climate, both mitigation and adaptation related projects funded under LIFE. For us in the European Commission, so we would want you to reflect, for instance, in your discussions, the following issues. So first of all, how can LIFE programs, how can your programs be targeted even better to address the climate mitigation adaptation issue? And as we already heard, so how can science, how can new knowledge be turned into concrete actions on ground? This is a big challenge for all of us, and in wider work and studies European-wide, we know that European countries are not very good in that. So we invest a lot on science, and then we have businesses out there to kind of in the economic sphere, and the linking activities. Europe is very weak still, and of course that is what also LIFE can preach. I think it would be interesting to hear which particular measures that you are in this program targeting for will have a biggest impact, the real impact on ground, and how to build up synergies between the policy on the other hand, LIFE programs, also the other funding instrument, because LIFE is only one funding instrument. I also already mentioned the CIP, Competitiveness and Innovation Program, Eco-Innovation, part of that, and then you have your national programs. And how can one build up synergies between these programs is certainly an interesting issue also for the future. It is also important for us because we are already now in the European Commission while doing a midterm evaluation of the LIFE program. So we are starting to design already the next financial perspectives. These discussions will start this year already, and all this information that we also get from this workshop will be useful. I would want to wish you a very fruitful 2 days in Helsinki, and use that time well, because seldom there is a possibility to get together practitioners on ground on such an important topic as climate change. Thank you.